Marcus Aurelius stands as a unique figure in history. He was a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher. Born in 121 CE, he ruled Rome during a turbulent era. He faced wars, plagues, and internal strife. Through it all, he clung to the tenets of Stoicism. This philosophy guided his actions and decisions. Marcus Aurelius left behind a legacy of wisdom. His writings, particularly Meditations, still resonate today. They offer timeless insights into living a virtuous and meaningful life. He held immense power, yet lived a life of simplicity and discipline. He was a warrior and a scholar. His reign was marked by both triumph and tragedy. Through it all, he remained a steadfast example of Stoic virtue. He faced adversity with courage and equanimity. Marcus Aurelius's life and writings continue to inspire. He shows us that true leadership is rooted in wisdom, compassion, and unwavering adherence to one's principles. Marcus Aurelius was born into privilege. His family was wealthy and well-connected, however, he was not content with a life of luxury. From a young age, he displayed a thirst for knowledge. He was particularly drawn to philosophy. His education was entrusted to the best tutors Rome could offer. He studied rhetoric, law, and literature, yet it was philosophy that captivated his mind. Among the various schools of philosophy, Stoicism resonated most deeply with Marcus Aurelius. He embraced its teachings wholeheartedly. He was particularly influenced by the teachings of Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic philosopher. These early lessons in Stoicism would shape his worldview and guide his actions throughout his life. They provided him with the strength and resilience to face the challenges that lay ahead. Marcus Aurelius's path to the throne was not a straight one. It was filled with unexpected turns and strategic decisions that shaped his destiny. He was adopted by Antoninus Pius, the reigning emperor, at the behest of Hadrian, the previous emperor. This adoption was more than a mere formality. It was a calculated move to ensure a smooth succession and maintain stability within the empire. This decision placed Marcus Aurelius in line for the throne, setting the stage for his future reign. It also thrust him into the complex and often ruthless world of Roman politics, where he had to navigate through various challenges. Under the guidance of Antoninus Pius, he learned the intricacies of governance, understanding the delicate balance of power. He witnessed firsthand the burdens of leadership, observing the weighty decisions that came with ruling an empire. Antoninus Pius recognized Marcus Aurelius's potential early on and took him under his wing. He groomed him for leadership, imparting wisdom and preparing him for the immense responsibilities ahead. He entrusted him with increasing responsibility, allowing him to gain practical experience in governance. Marcus Aurelius proved to be a capable and dedicated student, absorbing knowledge and demonstrating his commitment. He learned the art of diplomacy, mastering the skills needed to negotiate and maintain peace within the empire. He honed his military skills, understanding the importance of a strong and disciplined army. He developed a reputation for integrity and sound judgment, earning the respect of those around him. Through it all, he remained grounded in his Stoic principles, which guided his actions and decisions. He saw his position not as a privilege, but as a duty to serve the people and the empire. In 161 CE, Antoninus Pius died, leaving a void in the leadership of the empire. Marcus Aurelius ascended to the throne, ready to take on the challenges that lay ahead. He inherited a vast and complex empire with diverse cultures and numerous challenges. He had spent years preparing for this moment, equipping himself with the knowledge and skills needed to rule effectively. He was determined to rule with wisdom, justice, and compassion, embodying the ideals of a true philosopher king. Marcus Aurelius's reign was far from peaceful. He faced constant threats from all directions, both internal and external. Tribes along the empire's borders tested Roman strength, probing for weaknesses and opportunities to exploit. The Parthians in the east launched a series of attacks, challenging Rome's dominance and seeking to expand their own territory. However, it was the Germanic tribes to the north that posed the most significant threat, with their relentless incursions and fierce warriors. These tribes, driven by a need for land and resources, pushed southward, clashing with Roman legions in brutal and bloody battles. The Marcomannic Wars, as they came to be known, would dominate much of Marcus Aurelius's reign, consuming vast resources and countless lives. These wars tested Marcus Aurelius's resolve and leadership, pushing him to his limits as both a ruler and a general. He was a reluctant warrior, more inclined towards philosophy and introspection than the chaos of war. He preferred diplomacy to conflict, always seeking peaceful resolutions whenever possible. However, he understood his duty to protect the empire and its people, and he did not shy away from the responsibilities of command. He led his legions to victory after victory, demonstrating tactical brilliance and unwavering determination. He faced hardship and danger with stoic fortitude, embodying the principles he held dear. He endured the rigors of campaigning, sharing in the struggles and sacrifices of his men. He remained steadfast in his commitment to duty, never wavering in his resolve to defend the empire. The battlefield was a proving ground for his Stoic principles, where he applied his philosophical teachings in the face of adversity. He learned to control his emotions, maintaining a calm and composed demeanor even in the heat of battle. He accepted what he could not control, focusing on his own actions and responses. The Northern Wars were a crucible, a relentless test of his leadership and character. They forged Marcus Aurelius into a seasoned commander, wise and experienced in the art of war. He earned the respect of his men and the admiration of his enemies, leaving a legacy of strength and wisdom. As if the threat of war wasn't enough, a devastating plague struck the Roman Empire, bringing with it a wave of fear and uncertainty. The Antonine Plague, as it came to be known, was a pandemic of unimaginable proportions, spreading rapidly and leaving devastation in its wake. It ravaged cities and villages, decimating the population and testing the very fabric of Roman society, challenging their resilience and unity. In the face of this disaster, Marcus Aurelius remained steadfast, embodying the principles of Stoic philosophy. He showed true leadership, organizing relief efforts and using his own wealth to aid the afflicted, demonstrating his commitment to his people. He did everything in his power to alleviate the suffering, ensuring that no one was left without help or hope. He did not shy away from the crisis. Instead, he faced it head-on, showing compassion for his people and inspiring others to do the same. The Antonine Plague had a profound impact on Marcus Aurelius, shaping his thoughts and actions during this turbulent time. It reinforced his Stoic beliefs, showing him the impermanence of life and teaching him the importance of acceptance and resilience. He wrote in his meditations about the inevitability of death, urging himself and others to live each day to the fullest with purpose and integrity. He argued that we should focus on what truly matters: virtue, reason, and service to others, as these are the pillars of a meaningful life. He believed that external events should not shake our inner peace and that true strength lies in maintaining our composure and values no matter the circumstances. Throughout his reign, Marcus Aurelius kept a journal. He filled it with personal reflections, aphorisms, and self-reminders. This journal, known today as Meditations, offers us a unique window into the mind of a Roman emperor. It reveals a man grappling with the burdens of power. It shows us a leader striving to live a virtuous life. Meditations is not a philosophical treatise, it is a collection of personal thoughts. It is a dialogue with himself. He reminds himself to live in accordance with nature. He reflects on the importance of virtue. He meditates on the inevitability of death. He seeks to find meaning and purpose in a world often filled with chaos and suffering. His writings are filled with wisdom and insight. They offer guidance on how to live a more meaningful life. They remind us that true happiness comes from within. They are a timeless testament to the power of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius's life was not without personal tragedy. He lost several of his children at young ages. He experienced the death of his wife, Faustina. These losses grieved him deeply. They tested his Stoic resolve, yet he met these challenges with remarkable fortitude. He grieved, but he did not despair. He accepted what he could not change. He found solace in his philosophical beliefs. His writings from this period are filled with reflections on loss and mortality. He reminds himself that death is a natural part of life. He seeks to find meaning in the face of suffering. He grapples with the pain of losing loved ones. Yet he emerges from these trials with his Stoic principles intact. He shows us that it is possible to endure great pain without succumbing to despair. He demonstrates the power of acceptance. He teaches us that even in the darkest of times, we can find strength and solace in our inner resources. Marcus Aurelius's personal trials humanize him. Marcus Aurelius died in 180 CE. He was succeeded by his son Commodus. Commodus's reign proved to be a disaster. He was a cruel and capricious ruler. He lacked his father's wisdom and restraint. His reign marked a turning point in Roman history. The Roman Empire entered a period of decline, yet Marcus Aurelius's legacy endured. Marcus Aurelius is remembered as one of the 5 good emperors. His reign was marked by peace and prosperity. He is admired for his wisdom, justice, and compassion. His writings, particularly Meditations, continue to inspire and guide people from all walks of life. His words offer timeless wisdom on how to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In a world often characterized by uncertainty and turmoil, Marcus Aurelius's teachings remain as relevant as ever. His emphasis on virtue, reason, and acceptance of what we cannot control provides a framework for navigating the challenges of modern life. His writings remind us that true happiness lies not in external circumstances, but in our own minds. He teaches us that we can choose our response to adversity. We can strive to live virtuously, even in the face of great difficulty. Marcus Aurelius's life and writings offer a timeless message of hope and resilience. They remind us that even in a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable, we can find meaning and purpose. We can strive to live lives of virtue and service. We can face our challenges with courage and equanimity. Marcus Aurelius's legacy is a gift to humanity.